The Energizer's bypassed like a Christmas tree, so don't give me too many bumps.
Wow. Kaboom. So, here we are. In the next installment of the U.S.S. Reliant Build series. Part deux. Okay, so here you have it. I will start off by saying today I've realized that it's near impossible to properly film this white LED lighting and to do it correctly without a lot of setup. So you get what you get. Anyway, this is it. This is actually the second nacelle, and the first one is here. And this is my second go around with the putty. So you can see I've got some putty that's been drying overnight, and I will sand that at some point. Okay. See that. What we've got happening here are two fiber optic navigation lights. I don't know what to call them. They're two red lights. On the back we have a white nav light. I'll call these, this is white, so it's flashing, or should be flashing. And then in here I have the nacelle lit up by a strip of 9. So that's 3 segments of 3 LEDs. And they are RGB, and these happen to have another LED color in there. It's tungsten white, which is something different. Anyway, so there's that. And I went ahead and tried to seal up all the light leaks and whatnot happening in here, and seems to be going okay. I'll do more testing, but it's got coats to do, so that's one thing. So that's it. This is where I'm at. You might be asking, what is this happening on the outside? Well, I can quickly go through it, and this is one thing I'll mention over the past, since I'll not get too much into the programming of the Arduino. Here it is here in all its glory, but this is the heart. I have a Nano here running, and this is at the heart of the lighting controller, of the light controller for this model kit. So I'll be using this at this point anyway to power it. It is at 12 volts, and the system, and that's that. And this is just the let me say it. I will not at this point be getting into this nacelle very easily anymore. It's all pretty much sealed up, and as you can see here, I've masked off in preparation for the paint coat, which will be a pearlescent white, by the way. So that's next stages on that. Probably part 3 will be a little bit more. I think I'm going to finish off the nacelles, at least just to see the decals. That's what I want to see. I'll talk about that in a bit. Decals, yes. A special package came in from Georgia, so I will talk about that later. Also had to do something about the very limited space I have. I've always wanted to have a kind of a two-tiered effect, but this piece of plexi perspex is just great, and worked out fine. And I can put things on there and still put things down here. Okay, never mind. It's all about space. It's like 2 levels. cool. Okay, so very briefly, let me show you what's going on inside. That's what happens when I open this up. The club shred. Ooh, it fell apart here. Oh, if all goes well, I should be able to take this thing apart. Oops. And put it together again without messing it up royally. Okay. Here, just so you can read it, it says lightyear.com, 12 volt, common anode. Ooh. You can obviously splice this ribbon together. I did not splice this. However, I did. So, examining this side, the right side of the starboard nacelle. Yeah, okay. Hot glue is your friend. Yes, definitely. So I've used hot glue here, thermal plastic, but I've used it here to help tack in this light strip just to make sure, because I will never be going back in here ever again. But anyway, I did that, and I've got all of the RGB white LED. So just in case I want to use any of the colors, I have the wire access. So don't leave home without wiring up everything you might need. I considered not, but I said, why? I'll just have wires. If they get in the way, I can just cut them, put them somewhere. But it has got the potential for a rainbow of colors. So that's, oops, that's one side. Now the other side is more about the navigation lights here, and the fiber optic I've left sticking out long on this side, and I will chop it down later. But I have, this is interesting. I've basically taken one of these, oops, SMD LEDs off of a strip, an LED light strip. I desoldered it and put on these wires, and then I just put it in front of these two short pieces of fiber optic cable. I wanted these nav light, and it's red. It's a red LED just by itself, one color. And I plan to have that just solid or pulsing or flashing, and these are the three options. And but one color, so I'm kind of stuck with red unless I paint the tips of the fiber optics or put something else on. But no, as of now, so I'll cut those off flush at some point, probably as I get nearer to so what I've done to make sure that you know, everything is in place, I've super glued, of course, the fiber optic cable so it doesn't move. This wire is pretty stiff, so it holds its position, shakes a little, and then I've used hot glue to ensure these wires don't move, and the hot glue seems to work fine. Don't be shy. Just make sure it doesn't get on the, in this case, light will be shining through this part, so I don't want to get any of the glue onto the plastic there, so leave that alone. And other than that, at this stage I have not, here's the strobe nav light. It's a white LED, again, same fashion as the red LED up front. This time it's just a single optic fiber cable, and I have just decided to leave it long. So you can see that the end of the fiber optic cable is right on the LED, and then I've hot glued it there. Yes, there's a coating of enamel, so don't worry, they won't short. Oh, I might have to cut it. See, I haven't, there's a little sneak, so it might cause a shadow perhaps on the plastic. So, but other than that, I think I've got most of it off. Okay. getting back into this nacelle. So at this stage I will put this aside for gluing and puttying and filling and all those fun things as I prepare to go into the paint. And this one is pretty much ready to go into paint, and we will do that. So first off, speaking about paint, I got this stuff. Here it is. It actually came out of a how do you say it, a gallon container, and there's enough probably to do how many Reliants. So what I have here is pearlescent white. Pearl white, like it's as if you ground up pearls to make white, and there it is. Maybe I'll do a better sample. Doesn't look like much, but whatever. So this stuff, I'm going to put a black base, flat black, and build up the white on top of it, and we'll have a nice pearlescent white finish in which to apply. Oh, this came in the mail not too long ago. The decals, yes! It took from Georgia to Vancouver approximately, I would say 10, 12 days, just under 2 weeks, and that's through customs and everything. It wasn't cheap, mind you, but there you have it. And they cost 30 bucks. I picked them up on this website online called CultTVman. CultTVman. So definitely Star Trek is a cult TV style thing, and that guy is a man. Steve, thank you. First time to order these from him online, all the way from Georgia, I believe. So Aztec decals with a Saratoga, as well as the Reliant that comes with the kit, and or if you want to do the Saratoga, you can. U.S.S. Saratoga registry decals to create the U.S.S. Saratoga. And round 2 came up in 20, same time as the model. So anyway, if you are going to get a kit, grab these right away, because I am going to look at that. So quickly, here is the instruction manual with everything you need. Placement of said decals, tons, and that's boring. Here they are. I took them out and took pictures. Maybe I'll post those. I don't like opening these up too much, but they're nicely sealed and separated by parchment or wax or whatever to keep them nice and flat. And there they are. Look at them later. The other thing I got from them are the Aztec dummy 5D 7th scale Miranda class. This is a paint mask if you decide to paint, which I'm not now after seeing the beautiful decals, but heard a lot of things about this. But I'll just tell you now that it's not black vinyl, but looks to be a paint mask, actual paint mask in here. So if I ever do a painted Reliant or Saratoga, I will use these because I have them. But anyway, redundancy. So that's it. I picked up the Aztec Tummy paint mask and the round 2 AMT, actually, it's got that labeling, decal set. And so, like standard decals and tons of that. The other thing I got was this. Madman Lighting incorporated the big Starship lighting kit. So I picked this up on the CultTVman website as well for $130. Oh, by the way, there were $30 U.S. for the decals or the mask, either one, around that approximately. This was 110, something like that, 105. Just over $100 for this, and it is the lighting kit by a company called Madman Lighting, which has a fiber optic cable, control panels, and whatnot. And I was intending to use this, but it was taking, at the time, forever, but it was only 10 days, 14 days. But I went the route of using what I had, which is these lighting strips and whatnot. And this is what you get from them, which is a bunch of fiber optic cable wrapped up, really thin gauge. And this is what I've been using. So throw that in the stockpile, I guess. Shrink wrap tubing, a flasher chip, and a steady light chip. So you can control the strings with, I believe, 9 volts each, 18 volts altogether. Just weird. And a whole bunch of components in there. Let's take a quick look. See if everything will come out in that big pile of LEDs. Looks to be a lot of these white LEDs. Anyway, LEDs, blue ones. 15 feet on there. Anyway, $105 US plus shipping. But if you are familiar with lighting up model kits, you are familiar with Tenna Controls. And it looks like Tenna Controls has bought or taken over this guy's company, Madman Lighting Inc. So if you're interested, I believe that happened 2 years ago. Flasher. Deluxe Flasher 24 board. Do I have one of those? I'll have to take a look at this at some point. So nice little haul from CultTVman. Thank you very much. And yeah, I suppose supplying the modeling community with tons of stuff. Very good. So that is pretty much it for now.